I'll wait to see your golden smile, feel of 1,000 kisses. Oh, please stay a while.
There's a big storm brewing all around us, so we're heading down to Murter Island to hunker down. The anchorage on the north side there should give us good protection and hopefully some good footage for the next episode. September 4th, Murter, Croatia. We dropped in 5.5. We got 44 out with the bridle. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's episode starts off in Murter, Croatia, where surprise, surprise, our chain counter isn't working again. Which you know is not ideal when you live on a floating apartment that depends on that chain. Turns out the culprit is rust. Lots and lots of rust. Every time we raise the anchor, tiny rust specks spray everywhere, like we're seasoning the boat with paprika.
Need to drill that one out.
Those little bits end up coating the magnet that tells the chain counter how much chain we have out. So our chain counter isn't broken, it's just choking on rust. It says 0.8.
Now what?
2.
2 meters?
Yes?
Zero it out.
And the fix? Well, we can either clean it or replace it. And we're still deciding which fix feels less painful to us. Okay?
Debris around the magnet.
This is hysterical. Like on our port side, next to sea, you know, a couple of boats here and there. And this is when the chaos begins. Charter season. Boats start pouring in like it's Black Friday and the anchorage is the last TV on sale. Every single one drops a chain length that's about 3 times too short. They don't set the anchor, and then they leave like they've done their part for humanity. For our non-boater friends, that means when the wind picks up, the boat basically says, "Take me with you," and the anchor's like, "Same." We try to explain to them that they're too close, and they just look at us like we're describing quantum physics. Then they just hop in their dinghy and go for cocktails, leaving their boat free to become a 10-ton bumper car. So meet Bob the Blob, our biggest, baddest fender. During storms, Bob the Blob patrols the perimeter and makes sure no runaway boats get too close. If anyone drifts our way, Bob the Blob throws himself into action. Literally. The worst storms are the nighttime ones. You're laying there in the pitch black waiting. You see lightning on the horizon, and your weather app starts pinging. Lightning 1.8 kilometers away, then 0.8 kilometers away, and then boom! Right overhead. You can feel it in your chest before you even hear it. For a split second, everything lights up like daylight. You see the foamy waves, the boats around you, maybe one way too close for comfort. It's both terrifying and amazing. Pure adrenaline. By the way, if you've ever wondered why sailors love red flashlights, it's not a vibe thing. The red light just lets your eyes stay adjusted to the dark. White light ruins your night vision. Red keeps you in the zone. Plus, it makes you look like you're in a submarine movie.
It's a slaughterhouse of boats over here. These people over here are dropped right next to us. I knew there were going to be a problem. I just knew it. Go live on a sailboat. It's all champagne and sunrises and sunsets. Fun times. It's gonna be a long night. Alright, well, we're leaving. Last night was not fun, but we did really well ourselves. Even with these morons. They came first. Moron 1, Moron 2, Moron 3, and they stayed far away from us, so they were fine. I don't know which one of the 4 is the captain, but Lord have mercy, they need to learn how to sail and read the weather.
Next up, we sailed past Otočić Pavlijanac, aka the Fingerprint Island. From above, the island looks exactly like a human thumbprint. The zigzagging stone walls were built by farmers centuries ago, trying to protect olive trees and crops from the fierce Adriatic winds called the buras. There's no soil left now, just those incredible patterns of dry stone walls looping like an ancient maze. It's one of those things you see and think, someone definitely had too much time on their hands.
Look, there's a little hut, or like a rock igloo. Right by Ragonzica, heading south. Those are pretty cool. Need to look them up online and read about them. They're everywhere. Everywhere in Croatia. Oh god, I knew that was gonna happen with that speedboat that just went by. Boom, boom, boom.
We spent the whole day trying to find a good anchorage. Too rolly, too crowded, wrong seabed. The anchor kept bouncing off stone bottoms like it was allergic to them. You can feel every failed attempt in your soul. Finally, near sunset, we made it close to Split and dropped the hook for the night.
Made it back to the anchorage where we were before. Well, we were over there on that side. Now we're on this side, in the other side of Troger from where Split is. I'm too tired to even think. Anyway.
One calm anchorage after a long day feels like winning the lottery.
This is the calm. Look at this mess. We had a net up here, a fishing net that flew. Our paddles flew, but they stayed on the boat. The fishing net just flew like a freaking torpedo out this hole right here, and it's somewhere at the bottom of the ocean over there. Yeah, we're only at 10 knots right now. We've gotten 25, 26. And 26 isn't much compared to what we've heard from others saying that they've had 50, 60, 70 knots. Like that boat right there, they wintered here in this bay all winter. And they got one particular storm they were telling us about, they got 70 knots. And I can't even begin to process in my little brain what that would feel like, nor do I ever want to have to experience that. They're in there, mom, dad, and the 2 little boys. It's been an interesting night and morning. I didn't get any sleep last night, but I slept from about 6 this morning until about noon. So there's another front coming that we're waiting for, and then we can sit back down and hopefully relax for a bit, because it's a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie.
Croatia doesn't really do quote-unquote mild. Everything's dramatic. Everything is turned up to 11. The storms are fierce, but the sunsets, they're unreal. The sky goes from gray chaos to a glowing fireball of beauty in minutes. Whoa. The clouds don't just pass by, they perform. They shapeshift, they glow. They make you forget you just spent the day fighting for your life in a wind tunnel. If it feels like we're speeding through Croatia, it's because, well, we are. We've been sailing since March, from Greece to Albania to Montenegro and now here. 6 months of non-stop sailing, fixing, and dodging weather. It's incredible, but it's also exhausting. Boat life is a beautiful chaos. You get freedom, sunsets, dolphins, but you also get leaky hatches, tight quarters, and a marriage that has to survive on 13 meters of fiberglass. Still, we wouldn't trade it. We just need a break before the next round of storms. Today we're sailing from Split to Loviste, which is an anchorage on mainland Croatia right across from the island of Korčula. You might remember Korčula from our episode 177. These are our friends aboard the boat Lindali. We met them when we were anchored back in Murter, and they've kind of become part of our Liveaboard sailing tribe.
This is Hvar, and I'm probably mispronouncing the town. Hvar, Croatia. And we are trying to get up close with the boat so that I can see what the town looks like. It's supposed to be really pretty. And the reason we're not coming here, we missed it coming north to Split and Zadar. Now we're missing it going south because we tried to anchor here on the way north, and I'm sure I've made videos of it. They're just not conducive to what we want right now. They're deep anchorages. You've got to stern tie him. When we were coming north, Donovan was sick as a dog, so he was not going to be swimming the lines out. And this time, got a bug on me. We don't want to stern tie again because the water's colder, and honestly, we're just mentally and emotionally exhausted after all the storms that we've been having. We just want an easy, free anchor, like free anchorage, where we can free anchor and not have to worry about much of anything to rest our nerves or whatever. But it is a bummer because it does look like a nice town. It's also infested with charter boats, and I would be just as happy missing that. So, there's our friends right there in Lindali. A Coloradoan and a Texan, Austin, Texan. Anyway, the island behind her, we spent about 3 hours trying to find an anchorage on the way north, and it was just one party after another of charter boats, and we were just not having it. So we are skipping it.
As we head towards Loviste, we're hoping for calmer waters and friendlier skies. At least that's the plan, so stay tuned. So let's take a moment for the island of Hvar.
And now you drunk, now you drunk, you drunk.
A hotspot for centuries thanks to its sunny climate, clear water, and that old town charm built from Venetian-era stone. The winding alleys, the cafes, the unmistakable Dalmatian vibe. All of which we completely missed.
Not my cup of tea. There's some sort of castle or fortress.
One of the can't-miss sights is the Španjola Fortress, perched high above Hvar town. The Venetians started building it in the late 1200s, and it served as a guard post, gunpowder storage, and a general don't mess with us kind of landmark. Because, you know, fortress equals maximum intimidation mode. In 1571, when the Turks attacked Hvar, locals rushed into Španjola. Anyway, the locals rushed into Španjola for shelter, and it held strong. Then in 1579, lightning struck the gunpowder store, causing an explosion that pretty much shook the whole place. And now it's a panoramic lookout complete with cannon walls, museum bits, and even a cafe with one of the best views of the Adriatic, or so we hear.
There's a nice looking church over there on the left side. Beautiful.
Fast forward to today, and Hvar has evolved into one of the Mediterranean's top charter boat playgrounds. Why? Well, despite all my whining in this episode and episode 177, it really does have some amazing anchorages, though we didn't exactly get to enjoy them because of our well-earned aversion to charter chaos. Hvar has it all. Easy access from Split, excellent marina facilities, and that perfect blend of mellow daytime exploration and wild beach bar sunsets. For a liveaboard couple like us, that means one day you're anchored beneath a medieval fortress, and the next you're surrounded by super yachts, jet skis, and a beach DJ who seems allergic to the off button. It's a reminder that sailing life isn't just calm coves and pine tree serenity. It's also about dodging chaos and keeping your sense of humor afloat. But honestly, there's magic in that mix. We can drop the anchor, watch the sunset over the Pajot Islands, and think, yeah, this is why we keep doing this. That's Hvar. History and hedonism, side by side. Now, about those charters. Hvar's reputation as a major charter base is well earned. You'll find hundreds of boats for hire, including some you can rent without a boating license. Which, okay, sure, what could possibly go wrong? That a lot of these boats are crewed by people with, let's say, enthusiasm over experience. Many are first-timers who've watched a couple of YouTube videos and decided, yeah, I can drive that, because that's kind of where we began. But the result? More stress, more traffic, more dragging anchors, and plenty of almost stories. So while Hvar is absolutely stunning for those who live aboard, it's a place where you keep your eyes peeled, your fenders ready, and your weather apps definitely open. Because out here, it's not just about the views, it's about surviving the parking lot that floats. And Mother Nature sometimes on crack.
Split. No, his boat's not as long. Man, these houses, this house right here is pretty cool. Look at that. Almost to our destination, Loviste, right in front of us. But by the time we anchor, we're gonna be starving to death. It's like 7 o'clock right now. I cooked chicken curry while we were coming today, so we'll eat that now. And beautiful sunset. And hunker down for the next couple of days to pass the next storm and then get on to Dubrovnik. We dropped in about 12 meters. We've got 70.8 with 10 on the bridle, and we're in 14.8 right now. We're here and it's now dark, and we'll re-anchor tomorrow. I'm not happy with this spot. We're not anchored right here. We only have 70.8 meters with 10 on the bridle. And I'm not really sure what's going on here.
So that's it for this episode, guys. Next, we're going to be watching the weather to find a window to keep going south towards Montenegro. Thanks for joining our floating circus, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what surprised you the most about sailing Croatia. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.